Hi there. Time to add a touch of fall to your journaling. Come join me and I'll show you a fun idea on using the new zero waste autumn leaves in your next memory keeping layout. See you in a bit. Hi there, and welcome to a new episode of Inspired by a Card with Natalie. Today we're working with the new Zero Waste Autumn Leaves die set to create the cover for my gratitude journal for 2024. And the inspiration actually comes from these two cards from Charlene Madrid, and I love them, and I thought it was a great idea to create my cover. So my idea is to repeat the card to bring color white and gold just like she has on her layout. So I've cut this piece of paper is 6 inches, 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to add color. So I wanted to create kind of a bit of an ombre effect to the background using those autumn tones. So I started with Sunkissed, and these are all fresh dye inks, by the way, in my ink blending brushes. I started with Sunkissed, then I'm gonna go with Orange Cream and a little bit of Autumn Blaze. So these are from the new Warm and Cozy fresh dye ink set. And then once I hit the Autumn Blaze, you can see that I'm about halfway through the page. I'm gonna go with a little bit of Canyon Clay. It just gives me a little tone of like the pinkish. It's gonna bring that kind of richer tone, kind of reds into my layout. And then I'm gonna go to Dusty Pinks to bring more of that pinkness, and then I went with Coral Red and finished with a little bit of Berry Licious. So you're gonna see I went from orange to kind of like a brownish pink and finished with like that kind of reddish berry reddish. So have all of that, set it aside to dry. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use double adhesive paper to cover the back of my color paper. It's just going to make it easier for me when I have to pull out the leaves. So I'm going to bring the die. Again, this is the Zero Waste Autumn Leaves, and I'm actually going to do two cuts. So you're going to see the first time I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to cut it horizontally because I want to have two of the designs repeated on the page. So once I cut it, I use my new Perfect Picker just to make sure that the leaves stay stuck to the backing paper, and then I pull them out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and create the second cut. So you're gonna see I have two cuts in one single page, but if you look at the cards, one of the cards actually has a lot of white leaves too. So I'm gonna repeat the same thing, two cuts out of white cardstock, and I'm gonna save the backing for another project later on. So now that I have my things ready, I'm gonna go ahead and trim a little bit of the orange side of the negative piece, I want to say, that I cut all the leaves from, because I want to create a frame when I create my cover. And I'm using white cardstock for my cover. This is a 6.25 inch by 8.5 paper. So I trim a little bit of that color negative background that I created just so that I can have a little frame on my white cardstock. And because I have the double adhesive tape, it's just literally like a sticker, peel and stick. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the spaces of the larger leaves with some of the white leaves that I created from the second cut. So you're going to see that I'm going to take my time. I am going to glue it. I'm using just liquid glue to do this. And what I'm doing differently is I'm creating a little bit of a curl on my leaves. So I like lightly lifting some of the edges, making sure that the stems get stuck. Now, one of the things that I love about Charlene's card is that she used the Pretty Pumpkins layer and die set to create kind of a layer effect. So I'm going to do the same with my leaves. I am using, if you look at the die, it creates these little cuts of like empty branches. I'm going to use them to create the stems of my leaves. So I'm bringing that texture onto my background. Now, another thing that I love about her card is that she used gold and she used a circle. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring a gold, and I make sure that I pull one from my stash because I wanted something that will fit the title. And I'm using for my title the word grateful, and this is from the Timeless Sentiments Holiday Edition set. So I'm going to cut the offset or the shadow out of white cardstock, and I'm going to cut the word grateful out of red diamond glitter cardstock. So all I'm doing right now is just gluing a second piece of the circle behind the gold one, and I use brush gold metallic cardstock for this. And then once I have that in place, I'm going to create my word. I'm going to have it ready. I'm not going to glue it in place. I just want to make sure that I have it so I can place everything else. My idea is to bring some of If you look at one of Charlene's cards, she actually created kind of a wreath with her leaves. I'm going to do the same thing with the leaves that are color. I already have those leaves in the background that have that white texture. So I'm going to bring some of the color onto the gold, and then I'm going to have that title with the white offset. It's going to pop. So you're going to see that I'm going to get the orange on the side of the orange going up my page, and then the pinkish reddish ones towards the bottom of the circle, toward the bottom kind of pinkish side of my page. I'm going to set the word grateful right on the center. I added a little bit of foam adhesive behind it so it pops from the page. You're going to see that I added little pieces of foam adhesive behind some of the leaves just to create a little bit of dimension. Once I have that, I am pretty much done. You're going to see that I'm just adding little smaller leaves just to bulk up a little bit of the cluster, but that's pretty much it. Super simple. Like I said, this was, I'm going to say, the sum of the two cards together in a larger format. So I borrow a few of the ideas that she created to create the cover for my gratitude journal. And I love how this turned out. It was fun. It did take a little bit of time to get, like, you know, the background ready, but then after that it was so simple, and I love the texture, I love the dimension, I love the colors. The perfect way to start my fall documented. And I hope you enjoyed this. As always, if you have any questions, you can contact me. You can leave me a comment here or in the blog, and I can answer your questions. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, guys.
Hey there, Lydia here. I really do hope that you've just enjoyed the video. If so, please subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can get your daily dose of crafty techniques and tutorials just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.